Welcome to Mackenzie Creations. In this video we are going to continue with our Valentine cards, and I am going to use these heart dies by Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I am currently participating in a card challenge for Valentine's Day, and for this week we have to create 3 cards, and one of the cards can't be red. And so in my prior video I created this card using these heart designs, and so for the third card, I'm going to use these same heart dies. However, I'm going to make a different design that I think you'll like. So let's get started. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the actual heart the card. So I'm going to have to cut this out in my electrical machine because it's too big to fit through my diamond press marquee. So I'm just going to set that to the side. And then I'll use these dies here. We're going to use all the dies. There's 5 hearts. And then for my color palette, I'm going to use this pretty red. And then I'm going to couple it up with some papers from Crafter's Companion. And this is just various shades of pink and red. And then this mirror stock paper is kind of like a matte sheen. This is also by Crafter's Companion. And then I also have some papers from Beth Kingston Crafts paper, and then they also have some great designs in here. So I'm gonna have to go through and see what I like. I kind of like this circle design right here, but give me a moment and I'm going to go through and pick out the papers that I want to use for this card, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and of course I picked out this pretty red that I previously discussed, and then I picked out this pink, and then I picked out this design from the Kingston Crafts paper. And they have the larger circles, and then on the back side they have the smaller circles. So I think I'll probably go with the larger circles. We'll see, I may change my mind, but for now let's just get this to the side. What I'm going to do is, because I'm using the actual heart as the base of the card, I am going to get each of these layers cut out, and I'm just going to use plain paper like a white. And then for the largest heart, I'm going to use this black because this is a really sturdy cardstock. And so I'm going to use this black. And then once we make our base card, then we'll cut this through a second time to glue on the top. So you'll see what I'm talking about. So let me just get this paper folded in half. And let's see if I have a bone folder right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this die, and it's always sharp side down, and you just want to put it where just a little bit of the heart is hanging over. Okay, so that'll be for the big piece. I have to run that through my electric machine. We can go ahead and do the smaller pieces. So let me just get this folded over, and it'll be more clear when I get these cut out. So where's my bone folder? Okay, and I'm just going to get these moved to the side for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run each of these through, and I'm just going to have a little bit of the die hanging over. And where's my tape at? Okay, here we go. And so you definitely want to tape it down just so it won't move all around. So I'm going to run this through. get my cutting folder. Okay, so let me take this apart. And you just want to be careful with your tape. Okay, so this is what I meant for the base of the card. And see, your card will open up like this, and then you can stamp a little note inside. And so when we go, I'm gonna cut this same die out in a different color, and then we'll put that on the top so you'll have the whole heart, because part of this is cut off right here on the base card. So what I'm gonna do is for each of my sizes here, I'm gonna cut down this base card in the different sizes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I have each of my base layers cut down. So for the largest heart, I cut this out in black because it was a heavier cardstock. And then I cut the other layers down just using a white cardstock. It's a little thinner. And each one open up, and you can put like a cute little note in here for each size. And then I also cut out paper for each of the color designs that I want to use. And so this time I'm actually using a whole heart on the paper. So I'm going to cut this out last on my electric die cutting machine. But for now, I can go ahead and get the smaller pieces cut out in my marquee machine. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, the heart fell right out. And then I'll do the next size. And then these two I'm just going to run through together because they'll both fit on a folder. Oh, look at that cute little heart. There we go. And I'll clean my dies up later. And then I'm just going to run this through my electric machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I have all my pieces cut out. So we're going to go ahead and start getting everything glued down. And the one thing about the electric die cutting machine, it always imprint what's on the cutting boards, you know, because you run it through so many times. The previous designs will be on there. And so I don't like that. I even used 2 pieces of just regular white cardstock, and I put on top of there just, you know, so it wouldn't imprint. It didn't imprint as bad, but still you can see that it still has it on there. But we're going to be covering some of this up anyway, so I think I'm okay with it. And I'm going to go ahead and just start getting this glued down. Yeah, there has to be a way around this. So if you guys have any other tips, let me know. Okay, so we're going to get this glued down. Okay, and then for this card, we're going to get this design glued down. we just have a few more. Okay. For this card, we have the pink. Okay, I'm just making sure I have the right side. Sorry for all the noise. My dog is down here with me, making a lot of noise. There we go. And we just have two more. And this glue dries pretty quick. Usually when I put on my layers, I like to use the all-purpose glue. But since I'm doing so many of these, you know, I'm just going ahead and using this quick dry glue. And then the last one is this little piece here. This is a really tiny piece. Okay, so I have all my layers together. And as you can see, for each card, you know, it opens up and you can actually put a white piece of paper, cut this out in white, put it down here so you can stamp a sentiment on there. And then this opens up and you can put a sentiment actually on each of these. But I was thinking to have these glued down, and then you can open it up from each layer. So let's see if that'll work. I'm just playing around with this. You know how you have an idea in your head, but you don't know if it's going to work out until you actually try it, until you actually try putting it together. So I wanted to do it like this. And in my mind, you can open up each layer would have a little sentiment in there. So you can open that up, and then you can open that up. And there's another little layer here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my layers glued down. Then we'll get the next layer glued down. This is such a cute card. And then we just have two more pieces. Then I'm going to get the last layer glued down, and then I'm just going to give this a moment just to set up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I have all my layers glued down and they're all set up. So the only other thing I was going to do was add a few embellishments on here, and I love my diamond press rhinestones. So I was just going to get the medium size red. You know, actually I'll get the small one. I'll get the smaller red, and then I'll get the small clear. And just like my other card, I'm just going to layer some of these gemstones around the pink heart. So I'll start with the red. then I'm not going to press these down until I get all of them on here. Okay, and then I'm going to take the clear, and I'm just going to put them in between each of the red ones. Okay, and so I think this looks okay. I'll just get these pressed down just so they'll set. Then I think I'll put a rhinestone on each of these just so it'll hold it down some. And then we'll do a clear one. Okay, so we are all done with this card, and I think this came out really nice. I used the Elizabeth Craft heart dies, and I used the actual heart as the base of the card. And so I cut each of these out, and so for each layer, you can put your own little sentiment in here. Let's just open this one up. Oh, here it is. And then this is this one. And then you can even open up the little one and put like a little heart or something inside. So I think this came out really cute. And then the other card I did as a reminder with this same die is this card right here. So you do have versatility when you're making your cards. You can use the same dies and come up with a different project. So I like how these came out. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.